السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Sorry for the break. It is not a break, the late starting because we had to pray Maghrib here. So inshallah we will continue. Now, a new verse, inshallah, we are going to study today. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. The translation says, certainly we have honored the children of Adam. It means, yeah, human beings. We honored them. Now, I have one question, but there are many aspects of this verse. First of all, what is the key point in our existence that we are honored? How do we know that? Are we really honored? But the birds are more happier than we are. Animals are really enjoying themselves. Even the domestic pets, dogs are really well taken care of. Some of them are insured. Okay. What do you think? Really, what is the key point that we should really understand that we are honored by our Creator? By what? No idea.
Free will.
With a free will, yes, that is what freedom of choice. Yeah, we are choosing with the capacity. Well, this capacity, what is this capacity, human capacity, that we feel that we are honored? Let's take a simple example. If somebody insults you verbally, do you feel really bad? Why?
I think because we feel like we're important, like we have importance.
Yeah.
That should not be violated by someone.
So even the insulting, we cannot digest it. So which kind of importance? What is the source of our importance? Why we feel that we are important? Because we are conscious of our existence and conscious of many questions we have and conscious of the need to satisfy these questions, to these expectations. That is one. This consciousness, because we have such a huge capacity, we can really question why the universe exists and which kind of qualities that we can deduce from the existence of the universe. We are qualified by it. And we may choose from among infinite number of options. That we shouldn't really reduce ourselves to our bodily existence only, but bodily existence is okay. We have some choice as far as the satisfaction of our body is concerned, but how about our feelings? Infinite number of feelings, infinite quality. So we feel that we are really not not necessarily by comparing with others. We ourselves feel that I am very well equipped. So when we hear the news, for example, from the prophetic teaching or the companions of the prophets, they say, it's amazing, it's amazing. 1400, more than 1400 years ago, Qur'an educated people in such a way that they could define themselves equal to the universe, each person. Each person is equal to the universe, so valuable. Why? Because I have been given such a capacity that potentially I can communicate with all the universe, every part of the universe, and from every aspect. We can simply understand this by studying in the university in different disciplines. So I could have studied discipline A and B, C, D, continue now. I could have studied. Potentially, I am able, but I have to choose from among one of them. Practically, we have to understand that our value is immense. It's priceless. We cannot put a number to it. Yeah, that is why we have to respect our honor. That is what we experience from ourselves, and with the help of the Quran, the Creator's message, we understand that all universe is set at our service to benefit from it. For what? What are we going to do with benefiting from the universe, existence of everything? Nowadays, what will happen? What's happening? Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, I was going to answer your question, which I think the answer is potentially to recognize the root of your consciousness.
Our consciousness. Yes, that we are aware of it, correct? And so, yeah.
Recognize the potential and eventually actualize the potential of the intellect.
Ourselves. So recognize that. What will happen?
You recognize the source of existence.
Yes, excellent. Go into the source of existence. When you recognize the source of existence of everything through using your potentials, what will happen?
You reflect the qualities and attributes of the source of existence.
The creator, the source of existence of me and the universe altogether. And I understand that all my feelings are directly connected to the qualities manifested in the universe. And I see that as far as I am concerned, I am the center of the universe. As far as you are concerned, you are the center of the universe as well. And we don't really have any conflict between ourselves. So your universe is freely yours, fully. My universe is freely mine, fully. So let me get rid of this, it's attracting my attention. Yeah, these are the announcements. Yeah, if there is any new message, so it will attract my attention. So what this realization puts me in a position now. I am the center of the universe. Can you imagine? Do you see that the universe is given to your service? Do you feel it really? Appreciate it? And how do you appreciate it? practically. I mean, everybody, not personally. Don't take it personally. But if you have an answer, why not? Anyone? How do we appreciate this value? Human honor. I understand that the one who created me honored me by presenting the universe to you. Here it is. If someone gives you something, just let's say offers you a cup of coffee or something, you feel that somebody offers you something. How about the one who presents you the universe at your service? And what are you going to do with it? Yeah.
First thing I want to do is I want to explore it. I want to see what was given to me. And then I also want to say thank you for it.
Can somebody ask these people, please? It makes the recording bad. Thank you. Thank you for it. That's it. Thank you. Record it, and it is really affecting it. Thank you. So let's come back to our subject. Beautiful subject. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Come on, please say it what you
I was
want.
going to say, when you're given a gift, the first thing you want to do is say thank you for the gift.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show appreciation to the one who gave you the gift.
Mm-hmm.
So if the universe is a gift, I need to say thank you to the one who gave it to me.
So we have to return the gift with thanking him. How are we going to thank? We have to use all your capacities. That is why I feel so great. I don't know whether I personally experience it or not. I don't claim anything. But when I see a person standing up in the prayer, bowing, now looking at it as a stranger, as if you didn't know anything. A person is standing up, whatever the way he stands, doesn't matter, and bows down. No, he's respecting somebody. But we have just talked about we are honored with the universe. This very highly honored person is bowing down before somebody. But don't think that he's a Muslim. No. Blank. We didn't know anything. We saw somebody doing this. And then putting his head down on the ground. It is so amazing. You say, let's assume that we understood, we are honored, we are presented to all universe, but the same person, the person, a human being, is putting his head on the ground, as if how do you say, the most worthless being. How would you explain it? Anyone else? Okay.
As a Muslim, our poverty.
No, and not as a Muslim, as a stranger. We don't know anything. We saw somebody putting his head on the floor. How would you explain this? How would you explain this phenomenon? Yeah.
As a conscious being.
Yes, good.
Recognizes the source of existence.
Well, how do you know who's recognizing the source of existence?
This would be what I would tell the person who has no context.
Oh, no, good point. Emphasize on it. We know that. Do you mean this? Did I understand you rightly? We know that this person is prostrating, putting his hand, humbling himself to the level of zero before something. Who's that? Now, is there anything that we can prostrate before of this universe? But what are we doing while we are praying? We should see that. We should feel that. Now we come to ourselves. Prayer is the pillar of one's reality. That's what I understand. And the pinnacle of the prayer is prostration, sajda. Pinnacle of it. Look, the more we lower ourselves, the higher our life value, honor becomes. Because when I see the person prostrating before nothing of this universe, how great is it? We have to understand that real honor, human honor, is recognizing that he's a created being. He needs to be created. Acknowledging this. This acknowledgement must be expressed in a strange way. How? Rather than standing up something else, rather than appreciating and being thankful to something of this universe, but for his own existence. He is gaining value by saying that I don't disdain to thank to any part of this universe. Everything is at my service, as if they are serving me. Not as if, really, they are serving me. But how can I respond back for this immeasurable grace? By humbling myself, saying that I myself don't deserve it. The one you gave all these opportunities to me. That is why our spirit now come to our reality. We have to realize that our spirit is worshiping, prostrating before the one who gave the spirit to me from his own. The most honorable side of us is our spirit is given to us from our Creator's spirit. It is so amazing, and it is priceless. So, وَنُفْخَ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِ. There are several versions of verses there. I breathe from my own spirit to human beings, Beni Adam. Adam and Beni Adam, of course, children of Adam. From my own spirit, from nothing else. Let's make a comparison now. What this civilization offers us? Which kind of honor they offer us?
I think they offer us things like careers, degrees, salaries, maybe a nice car, a nice house, things like that.
Some sort of health. All of them goes to the benefit of my body. Only. That is why modern man, modern person has lost his spirit, turned it into body, and we became body worshippers. Unfortunately, not because we forgot about spirit, our spirit. Even the tendency in the philosophical side of it, it means explaining the human existence side of it, they reduce us only to body and matter, unconscious matter.
I think that's why there's a lot of people, the modern man uses a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of gambling, is to try to soothe the pain of being disconnected from the spirit.
Try to soothe it, silence it, unfortunately. Now, we of course described here two extreme points. One of them is the one honored by the creator of the universe by presenting the whole universe to the service of the human beings. The other one is your value is only as far as your clothes are concerned, appearance is concerned, and bodily health is concerned. Too extreme. Now, of course, we are free, as you pointed out from the beginning. So, do you think that the freedom of choice means human dignity in practical terms? If we didn't have the freedom of choice, would we be really able to appreciate it? Would we be?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, the robots wouldn't realize it. Now, that is why we have to be extremely careful when we make a decision. We are making decision by using our free will, so we have to pay attention with my free will. Anytime we are practicing our free will, with my free will, which direction I am choosing? Direction, not perfect, but which direction I am choosing? Choosing the direction of prostrating before the Creator, or seeing that your real value is your body only. Which way we are going? No one claims that I am the perfect one, or I have no worth, no value at all, no honor at all. Everybody is, but we have to perfect denial, if you like, or the worst denial, and perfect belief. Practically is not really possible. But at this we have to pay attention. While I am praying, using my human free will, which direction I am taking. Always pay attention to it, and inshallah, we will understand that human free will is I mentioned this earlier, I think, in several times, maybe, the only responsible side, human responsibility, lies in a human free will. That is why we have to be careful about our free will. Not that what I am doing, at what level I am doing, but pay attention why I am choosing this way rather than this way. Not necessarily, I'm not talking about what shall I buy today for my dinner. No. Choosing as far as the decision making about my reality. Why am I doing this? Why am I choosing this way? Why am I choosing that way? Practically, in our daily life, all the time. But we cannot keep this consciousness awake 100%. It is impossible. But at least from time to time, I should remind myself, what am I doing in this world? From time to time. Just not seeing that I am a Muslim, I believe in God, I prayed, and that I am done. No. After this, after prayer, after doing all your religious duties, I am communicating with somebody, social media. I am watching a video. Why? Why? What am I going to get it? What am I going to get it? I am so honored person by my creator. Can I use or waste my feelings by keeping the option, or by making following the option which keeps me busy for nothing, gives you no value, gives you no benefit? So we have to be really, really watchful what we are doing when we do something. So, in other verses here, from Cave, yeah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I'm passing this. Do you have anything to say and share? Or question-wise?
I'm just gonna share one comment, because
Yeah.
you said there are these two directions, right?
Mm.
The very material bodily direction,
Mm.
but then this direction would have honor. And something I've noticed is that the more you choose the direction of honor,
Mm.
the more peace of mind you have
Mm.
in your day-to-day life.
Mhm.
And the more you choose the other option, honestly, the more miserable your life becomes.
Mhm. So,
Like, it has a very big impact on.
yeah, in yourself. For example, if you are a teacher, now, I don't know we have anyone in the teacher, but I know one of the person who is in Zoom is a teacher.
Mm.
You see, the teachers are. I have been a teacher for some times when I was young. In the teachers' room, you see the teachers behave differently. When they go to class, they have another appearance. They become serious. Another example, when you are at home, you behave in such a way. But let's assume that you are a general director or CEO of a big company. When you are in your office communicating with your employees, do you behave the same way, in the same way when you were in the office as you were behaving with your children at home? Completely changes. Why? Your positioning conditions change. We have to be aware that we are the caliph, means this actually. We are the CEO of each of us, CEO of the universe, employed by the creator of the universe. He said, look, I gave you the capacity to utilize this universe, to communicate with this and make benefit from it. And we are in the universe. It means we are in our office now. This consciousness is brilliant, but unfortunately, I don't have it most of the time. That's my experience. This awareness, I cannot waste my time with something is not really addressing the needs of my positioning. So I am employed here, but my boss is watching me. The one who employed me is watching me. How? I gave this universe to you. It is if the owner of the company appointed a CEO to manage with the company. So the owner sees you whether you are wasting it or really managing it in the way that it is supposed to be managed. So we have to feel this. The one who employed me honored me with this office of caliph. It means I have to appreciate what it is given to me and accordingly give a report, report to my owner. In companies, always there are stages, general director and the director of certain departments and then other officers. Everyone has somebody above him to report to, right? Now, I am the CEO of the universe and owner of the universe is my higher class owner, boss, Lord, they call it Rab, owner of the universe, I have to give report to him for everything I've done, for everything what's going on here. Do you feel this in your life? So that is why I have to watch out what I am doing, how I am using my life. It is not simple. It is not simple. Every action I do, I must bear in mind that I am responsible for the management of the universe, not to do something, to utilize it. It is a trust to me as far as I am concerned. But you can say the universe is entrusted to me. That is your choice. I have to take care of myself. Everybody has to take care of himself. This responsibility, this capacity brings us a huge responsibility. So, because of this, it reminded me this verse that we are going to read from section Kaf, verse 6. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَلَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعٌ نَفْسَكَ عَلَى آثَارِهِمْ إِنْ لَمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أَسَفًا. But the first addressee is the Prophet, alayhi salatu wassalam. So, addressing to the Prophet, but at the same time to you and me afterwards, because we are reading it now. But the Prophet or the reader, consequently, are you going to worry, torment yourself to death, but with grief over them if they are not willing to believe in this message? It means, let's read it first for the Prophet, speaking to the Prophet. The Prophet was trying so hard. Why? To convey the message and hoping that they will confirm it and benefit from the guidance. Well, some people do, some people reject. Some people reject. And the Prophet was so hard in trying his mission to fulfill it, to pass the message and make the people really accept it, but not forcing. We studied this previous weeks. So what do we understand from it? We shouldn't compel. That's why is the Prophet warned here as if he is compelling people to become believers. No, he wasn't compelling. He was really tormenting himself to death with grief that they should believe. Why do you think? And of course, we will come to ourselves later on.
I think to tie into the first ayah, he's trying to tell people about the dignity they've been given, the honor that they've been given, and the benefits that come with that. But you can't force anyone, you can only invite them. So he's tormenting himself.
Yeah.
Why don't they just accept this?
So if you see somebody who is really harming himself, would you feel that this person shouldn't do that? But the conditions are different. Conditions may allow you to say something or to interfere into the business or not. But from your own conscience, from your own feelings, you feel that he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do that because it's harming. So, but the Prophet's problem was, or the concern was not the problem, the concern. Prophet's concern was they shouldn't waste themselves. They should appreciate their honor. But you are wasting yourself. You are wasting yourself. Worshipping, I don't know, everybody worships something. Really, inevitably, everybody worships something. If not God, transient things, and mostly bodily concerns. But some people worship on their fame. This is just to satisfy their ego, rather than feeling that they are given such a present that I have to respond back to, and I give a report back to my owner. It means in a worshipful way, appreciating and thanking. You are not going to do any job for the Creator. Just thank Him, be grateful to Him. So the Prophet was so much concerned that people were wasting their qualities and misusing their free will to direct them to anything of this universe, as if serving my servant. Now the materialist understanding is, is it clear? The universe is given to my servant, to my service, but those people who don't accept the owner of the universe and their owner, they serve the servant. The body must serve my spirit. What I do, all my concerns, all my human qualities, I turn its direction to serve my body and bodily cares. This is a real picture of this civilization out there. And the Quran is here. So if the Prophet was really tormented himself to death with the grief, I should ask this question: what am I doing? Am I concerned with the people who are wasting themselves? Now, am I really trying to find a way to be useful to the people, to convey the message to them? I think this conveying the message side is a serious matter. First of all, we have to speak as God speaks to me. How? If you want to convey the message to someone, be careful how Quran speaks to me. Quran speaks to me by coming down to my level according to my capacity. Now, what does it mean? I have to take notes of it and use it as a methodology for me, a method of conveying the message. I have to speak to the people at their level in order to satisfy what they are missing, presenting it what they are missing, what their concerns are. Nowadays, what are the main concerns of the people? What are they? The most important part of this materialist life is based on what? Money, and meaningless life. But we define meaningful life in terms of only bodily, temporary life. So we define this, and that is the civilization is teaching us. What I have to do now, that is wrong. You are so honored. Just find out yourself, who you are. Listen to yourself, question yourself. And what do you think, how do you think you can really satisfy yourself? So according to the needs of the people, that is we have to pay attention to me, that we have to speak to people nowadays according to what they need. Do you think the problems of the people, as we were talking, they don't know how to make wudu? Problems of the people? Huh? Problems of the people, they don't know how to pray. What is the problem? What is the problem? Why should they do such things? And they don't know. Unfortunately, the people forgot about their spirit. Unfortunately, they don't know that they are so precious beings. And we have to help them. Think about yourself. You are not body. Think about your soul, your spirit. And how are we going to use it? Why do you have this immense capacity, spirit which has immense capacity? Why? How are you going to satisfy it? Can you really feel satisfaction until you die here? Do you think, okay, you are very comfortable, you got the best accommodation, so a lot of money in your bank account. How much you can benefit from it? How much? Can you eat more than two, how do you say, plate food of food? If you eat, you will harm yourself. So, bodily needs are temporary, but we need permanent satisfaction. People forget about it. That's why the prophet was really, really torturing himself in order to remind people that they are so precious. So at least we have to have some share in it, some concern in it. But if you want to help people, what first you need to do, you have to know yourself. That's why we have to study. We have to benefit from the Quran as much as possible so that we can convey, share people according to their level and according to their interest area. There is no need to me to teach people how to pray. There are many videos, but we need to teach people why should they pray. Why should they worship God? Why should they acknowledge him and remember him? How should they really satisfy themselves? What is the meaning of death? Why do we always continuously age, get old? Why? Why are we created in this way? Can we say that my being is accidental? Unfortunately, those people who deny spirit, they reduce their existence to an accidental being, unfortunately. We started late, so can we use this missing part? Inshallah. Bismillah. Now, while the Prophet is really trying so hard to convey the message, but we should be careful not to become aggressive on our people. We should do it as a result of mercy. That is why these verses came to my mind and I wanted to share it with you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسْيطِرٍ إِلَّا مَنْ تَوَلَّى وَكَفَرَ فَيُعَذِّبُهُ اللَّهُ الْعَذَابَ الْأَكْبَرَ إِنَّ إِلَيْنَا إِيَابَهُمْ ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا حِسَابَهُم. I will just increase the speed a bit just to finish this so that it shouldn't be too late for you. Now, this is 88. Which was it? No, which section was it? 88. That's in the last section of the Qur'an. تذكرنا. هل ذاك حديث الغاشية. غاشية, I think. Correct? غاشية, yes. Now, remind them. Remind them. That is command. Remind. That's our duty, is reminding. Not really being bossy and judgmental. Reminder. Remind them. For your duty is only to remind. Nothing else. No more than reminding. Not is a bossy way, of course. That is another point. You cannot compel them to believe, because message is really about calling people to believe. So you cannot compel them to believe. Whoever is, as for him who turns away, persisting in disbelief, God will inflict the greatest suffering upon them. It means not you, not me. It is God's, if you like, responsibility. At least, as if God is saying here, you remind, if you insist denying the reality and saying that I am only a body, I have to take care of my body and bodily concerns, leave it to me. No, there is another ayah, actually. Therni men, I couldn't remember. Those deniers, leave them with me. The meaning is, therni women, something, something. Somebody search it. Therni women, use it. So women, something, denier or ungrateful, whatever. So God will inflict the great suffering upon them. It is to us they will return. Because wherever we came from, we will return them. For example, our body comes from where? In this universe, not the created. I mean, material of our body comes from earth. It goes. No, ومن خلقت وحيدا. ذرني ومن خلقت وحيدا. خلقت وحيدا. So which متأثر, yeah. 11. Yeah. Surah number, متأثر number 70 something. No, 73 or 4. 73 or 4. I think 3. Sorry? مزمل.
It's a different verse.
مدثر.
No, but
Yeah, متأثر. Yeah. Yeah. So, متأثر. So, we have to know our area while we are communicating with other people, trying to tell something. First of all, never forget, we have to know 74. Yes, just before Qiyamah. Yeah. So we have to know that I am only responsible to convey the message. And while I am conveying the message, I have to come down to the level of the people and see where their needs are, and accordingly speak to them. Accordingly, and answering their needs. We have to acknowledge, while I am answering their needs, I have to know what they need first. This is why it is important to pay attention to the needs. Then secondly, I have to offer them kindly, respectfully, because everybody is honored. Not only believers are honored. Everybody honored in their creation, in their birth. And everyone, we know that, everything we know that, go back to their origin. Now we were talking about body. Body, the material of body is used mostly from this world, earth. When I die, it goes there. How about my spirit? Now, the one who created the universe in such a way that he gave me the capacity, we have been talking about it, to communicate with the rest of the universe. So it is the one who says, I authorized you to be the CEO, Caliph, with the language of the Qur'an, Khalifa. Now, CEO of the universe, you have to report back to me. So every prayer, every remembrance of God is reporting back to him. That is your gift to me. So we have to teach people according to their capacity to understand what their source of existence is. That's why the Quran says, Inna ilayna iyabahum. Now, they will come back to you. Their return will be to me. So we shouldn't be misled that our body goes to the earth. I am done. No, your spirit goes back to its origin. What is the origin of spirit? Again, in the language of the Quran, وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي. Now, origin of the spirit is God. He qualified me, educated me in my potential, and said that, okay, this company of the universe is left under your administration. Let me see how are you going to manage it. How are you? So we are here really, really under this big responsibility. That is why Prophet was really tormenting himself to fulfill his mission, to spread the message so that they will really acknowledge their creator. Then they will feel satisfied in their existence. So God says, look, your body will, as we see it, practically as we see it, your body will go back to its origin, earth, and your spirit will come to me. But the body is not the representative of the universe. My spirit represents. My body communicates with only this, but this much is within my physical environment. But my spirit goes where? Why the galaxies are there? Who arranged this beautiful sky? And what is going on inside, for example, living cell? Nowadays, people are very amazed about the cell, about the structure of atomic world. And some people are really crazy about what's going on in the galaxies. Some people are really saying that, oh, some galaxies are dying. Black hole, this kind of theories they have. Look at the human capacity. From one end, they are concerned with the rest of the universe out there, try to get the end of it, which can't, impossible for many reasons. And from the other end, they are going to really deep into the structure of a particle, and they cannot get to the end. Both sides are endless. That's what human capacity is. And we have to be very careful that, first of all, I am going back to my Creator. I'm not dying. That is one thing that we have to make sure. Human beings don't die. Do you believe that? My friend, you joined that. You don't die. What dies? So what dies? Your body dies. Now, like this, you are living in a house as a tenant. House gets somehow dysfunctioned. What do? If the house doesn't really, the water system doesn't work, and the roof has holes, and the walls are cracked, and electricity doesn't work nowadays, what do you do in this house? Leave it. Go and get another one. They are a tenant. You are not the owner. The universe is our house. We are not the owner of the house, and my body is the house of my spirit. Now, especially my body is cracking, not functioning, electricity, my eyes don't really see, my ears terrible, don't hear properly. Try to say, yes, say it again. So I have to get out of this house, but my spirit never gets old. Now, you may think that when you get old, your spirit also will say, I don't want it. No, your spirit will say, I don't want this body. I want a young body. That's why some people misunderstand this. They say, look, don't look at me. I am 75 years old, but my spirit, well, how I feel, 25 years old. Correct, but what does it mean? That's the spirit never gets old. As you grow, you would like to be as young as you are 20 years old. Is this correct? No, but you are much younger than me. Ask me. Really believe spirit never gets old. But my body is. Why is this contradictory creation? Because spirit will go back to its origin, and this origin is the absolute being, the owner of today's analogy is company of the universe. Sometimes I use the school of the universe. Now, today, company of the universe, I am the CEO of Caliph, of this Caliph in this universe. So I have to take care of my universe, and I have to respect that everybody has his own universe, inshallah. So we should never forget. We will be going back. That's why I said, you don't die. Your body dies. Doesn't matter, really. It doesn't mean that we should just kill ourselves, but it's not important. But that is my house. The universe is my whole house, but my spirit communicates with the universe through my body. So when the body dies, it means loses its life. I was surprised that one 19th century, 19th century Qur'an mufassir, commentator, made this distinction. I was so surprised that our existence has, it said, 3 layers. Now, one, material side of my body, life, separate entity, and spirit has separate entity. But nowadays, materialists reduces what? Body and life. That is why we think that life means when my body loses its liveliness, life. So that is death. And that's it, you are done. No, they forget about spirit. They reject the spirit because life itself, first, not conscious. Life itself doesn't have all these feelings, but spirit feels it. But the most important, life has no consciousness. So, but spirit has it. That is why we are mukarram, which means we are really honored in my spirit, not in my body, or in my life of the body. So we have to separate body, definitely, that is obvious, but life and spirit. When somebody dies, his body loses its life. That is why this body is not functioning. Spirit goes out, and it needs another body. Now, according to its capacity. That is, we have to know that we have to go back. Our spirit is going back to its origin. The origin, the one who created the spirit in me. This capacity. So it completes the really circle now, inshallah. That is why we have to respect our spirit and remind people that they are not body only. Unfortunately, this civilization turned everything to bodily satisfaction, unfortunately. And that is why human beings lost their dignity. They reduced their dignity to their bodily appearance and bodily satisfaction. Shall we stop? Inshallah. It's time. Oh, yeah, 20 minutes we left for prayer. Next week also we will pray, but the prayer is coming really earlier and earlier. Inshallah, in 2 weeks' time, we will be able to start at 6 o'clock exactly. But we are here at 6 o'clock to pray and afterwards start the prayer discussion. Any questions, any concern? بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعوانا إن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.